Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie. Today's video, I'm talking about my Asia unit. This is the second time that we are going through our Connecting Continents Asia unit, and I've had to change it up a little bit. I will leave linked down below my original discussion on how I transfer or change Asia depending on what my children are doing. We had changed it up because when she has 20 units, there's only the covering of 20 different different countries, excuse me, talking out of the side of my mouth. So what I was having my girls do before, just to wrap it up succinctly, if you want more details, check out that video in the description box. But what I was having them do before was both of my girls were working together to write their own teacher guide for 10 new countries. We covered some of the countries again that Rebecca Spooner has written, but we also, the second time through, we researched 10 other countries in Asia. And that's what we've done in years past. So Africa, I want to say we did Africa and South America and one more, and I don't remember the one more, but that's essentially how I did it. For 3 years, we built new teacher manuals or teacher guides for the Connecting Continents to add research. And this year, because I'm having to do high school and technically middle school, although I printed off to high school, you will see a difference in what I'm requiring Sienna to do versus what I'm requiring Maya Nara to do. And that's what I wanted to talk about today in case you were having that deal as well. So what I usually do is I take the table of contents and I go, okay, what am I going to cover? So the ones with R behind them are the research ones that they're doing, and then the ones that have a page number are the ones that are for just our regular old everyday whatevers. I will go into this in great detail when I talk about our Asia unit, what I usually am grabbing for a banner and all of that kind of stuff. I will have that then. But I just wanted to talk about what we're doing. So with Sienna's, it looks a lot simpler, but this time, instead of requiring her, so you'll see the first unit I kept as the same. Let's make sure I'm in view. So this is the same. And then I made copies of this. So this is just a simple sheet with the, easy, quick facts. And then I have 2 more pages like this, which are introduction, land, animals, food, and history and culture. And in each of these instances, I'm going to have Sienna write 3 sentences for each of these, and that is it. She is done and ready to go on to the next thing that she needs to do. Inara, is going to be different. She has the same thing, same pages, but what she does with these pages is going to be, she's going to write her keyword outline on these. I'm thinking I'm going to write on the back news or something like that, so that like more recent. But what I've done is I looked up what the parameters are for papers in grade 10. This is all preparing her for her English language arts 10-1 she's going to do online second semester, because I want her to have an idea of what they expect. So this one was the structure of your research paper. There you go. And she's due, one paper is due a week, so that's 5-6 weeks, right? I think it's 5 weeks. Yeah, 5 weeks. So she has 5 papers that she'll do during this unit, but she'll have an introduction, geography and environment, history, culture, economy, government, politics, and 7 is a conclusion. So it's a 7-paragraph paper that she needs to complete. And then she also has to cite her work cited. And then there's a few different tips that she can follow. But I've also done the IEW page where I have the dress ups that are required in each paragraph. I don't have a box for all 7 paragraphs, but I'm hoping that she'll be like, okay, I can follow this through. Certain sentence openers, certain banned words, etc. I did pick which country she would be writing about simply because I wanted her to write about current events as well. So again, you can kind of get a social studies. This is why I said social studies is heavy in her grade 10 year. But she's writing a paper on North Korea, Russia, North Korea, paper on Sri Lanka, paper on Afghanistan, and a paper on Palestine. And I picked those ones specifically because Asia's kind of crazy. But I wanted her to have a sense of what those things are in the event that those are things they talk about in her English class. I don't think that they will, but again, so much of what I do is preparing her for succeeding in grade 11 or 10, 11, and 12. So I don't expect, thesis statements or whatever, but I do want her to have an idea of what she's looking for. And all of these, they will stretch her and grow her, and that's what I need so that she can be like, okay, these are the expectations for high school, and it's a big deal. So I will go through a little bit more in detail when I have my Asia, like the Gather Round Asia unit video where I talk about what books we're reading and stuff like that. Those are things that I will discuss then, but I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up if you're doing a connecting continents unit and you want to beef it up for high school. She will get a full history credit for this, and then that's why I've been kind of a little bit lax, or not lax, that's not the right word. That's why I'm giving her less to do and not doing exploring world history over the course of the whole year, but giving her 2 years to complete it. So I hope that that has been a clear explanation as to what I'm doing, but it was so drastically different than the previous video. They felt like it needed to be explained and shown so that if you are also doing that and you want it to be a little different, then bonus. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that this has been helpful, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.